Hello and welcome back to the Auto Intuitive channel. My name is Isaac. Here in front of us I have two new BMWs. These are fully electric 5 Series. On the left you have the edrive40 that just came out. Kind of looks like the 530 as I did a video on. It's got the silver grille. And on the right, here with the iconic glowing grille, is the i5 M60 and the edrive40, which is rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. So, i5 M60 was the first one to come out as a fully electric 5 Series. It has 590 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque, and it has a motor on the front axle and the rear axle. It has a potential of 248 miles, which cracks me up because an iX, which has plenty of power, over 500 horsepower as well, has 300 miles potential, and of course looks more like a brick than this car. The car next to it has a motor only on the rear wheels. The i5 edrive40 only has a motor on the rear wheels, and the front wheels are free to do whatever they want. And so this car is lighter. The curb weight is 4,900 pounds. The curb weight on this thing is 52. So that tells you the difference. But this thing is still a lot faster with all the power it has. Much more immediate. One thing that's interesting is, even though you see these fancy Aerodyne wheels on the back here, the dimensions are similar to the i5 M60, identical, which is interesting. Let you get a rear look at the i540 eDrive here. So on the rear lower bumper, you can see the silver L with a reflector attached to it, because this has a silver, the traditional theme going on. You have the silver around the windows. It says 5 right there on the rear C pillar. And then on this car, if I move around it, you could see here that it has gloss black at the lower end of this bumper, and the vertical reflector on the back. There's our M60 badge. It also has a black strip on the trunk lip, but that's because this has the M Sport Professional. Otherwise, that trunk lip or wing, whatever you want to call it, would have been the same color as the car, which is Brooklyn Gray Metallic. By the way, I said this has 248 potential. This one has 278 potential. So something's going on where I think having an all-wheel drive, having an extra motor gives you more range. Interesting, because yeah, you're basically regenerating double, I'm guessing. But I'm not sure what's going on there. What else is going on here? You see the side skirt here at the bottom? This side skirt has a pattern on it. You can see there. And the pattern, there's a hole under there where a light comes out of that shines onto the ground. And it matches this pattern. And each model of BMW sort of have a pattern. This also has a hole. Oh, look at that. See the hole there? And that hole, basically I was seeing that you can go online or go into your phone's shop online, or your phone's what's it called? Yeah, your BMW shop in your phone, in your My BMW app. And it actually offered to purchase the light that shines on the ground, and it'll download into the car from your phone, which is interesting. Whole subscriber thing going on there. So, what else is going on? Around the windows are black, and you still do have the 5 here, which is blending in. And this car has rear steering. The i5 M60 was the first to come out. It has rear steering. It's on M Sport suspension, which is zapped with electricity. So, as it hits imperfections, it works itself out. And it also has ARS, anti-roll stability. It does not roll. It does not really like to lean. So it feels very intuitive to the ground. Another thing is it has M Sport brakes, which you can see there in red. Oh, that looks nice. The bicolor wheels in the shadow. And then I showed you up here, you have the iconic kidney glow thing going on. And there's our M badge in the front. And then on the other car, you have the I only in the grille. You see it? It's a little bit difficult to see when you start zooming out, because this car kind of looks like a 530. Oh, it looks just like a 530. Until you see the subtleties. It has the side mirrors from the 7 series right there. And now I think I'm going to show you the interior. I'm not really going to go over what packages and all that, because this video cannot be a million years long. All right, now that we're in the car. So one thing I had to do, because I had to redo this video, every time you get into these cars and you have, now if you get into these cars and you have your Bluetooth on, your phone automatically is asked if you want to connect. You don't have to go in here and look for it in the Bluetooth area. All right, now that we're done with that part, look at the steering wheel. Take a mental note of the steering wheel and the theme of the car. So the theme of the car, it's a traditional theme that we've been used to. It's this whole desert thing going on here. I pulled this screen up on purpose because I wanted this screen to be up as I got in the car. Pay attention to this one, because when we get in an i5 M60, it's going to look different. Okay. And so this car has a Harman Kardon, which I could see there. Another thing about the steering wheel. The steering wheel in this car feels more, it's silkier, smoother, but you can't feel the road as much as in that car. I have an M340 and I prefer to drive in snow in sport mode with all my stuff on, because I could feel the ice on the ground. I could feel the imperfections. So I'm sure the i7, so this shares the steering wheel with the i7, but I'm sure the i7 M60, the performance variant, has the steering wheel of that car. Okay, take a look around. Traditional in here. You have your Veganza leather, which means vegan, and it's really high quality. So I'm going to jump out of this car, and I'm going to jump into the other one here right next to us. There's our Hans Zimmer. All right. Now, if you guys have any questions on these cars, please comment, like, subscribe for more. I know this is a weird channel. It's not a very traditional channel like reviews and stuff. All right, look at that. You can see our fin, our side mirror is different, and it's black. You have the M Performance side mirror. And if I look here, we have the Bowers and Wilkins in this car. And then look at our steering wheel. And it also has a wheel marker. So where you're turning, there we go. Now, pay attention to the theme. You remember the theme in the other car, I believe. Here we go. This theme is an M Performance theme. We don't have the desert thing going on. And the letters are much more bold, right? You would say that the font is bigger. It's like someone went from 13 to 14. And here on this screen, look at our personal there. Just as I said, the other car was a desert theme. So this is an M Performance car. So this is just like, you know, an M car. What else is going on in here? Nothing else that I care for. For now. So one car is 73,000 and the other one's about 90 grand. Brooklyn gray metallic on the right's about 90 grand. The one on the left, it's 73, and it's lightly built. They have about the same packages as well. And they could both park themselves, drive themselves. Which one's for you? I understand. Here comes a truck. Excuse me. I understand that you need all-wheel drive if you live in a snowy environment, but this car right here is spectacular for everyday driving. It's nice and smooth. It's ultra quiet. And I'm not sure what they did to the suspension of this, but it's much more intuitive and less jarring than a BMW XM. But that's an M car from the ground up. The BMW XM is kind of, when you hit bumps, it booms. But these take bumps so well, and they're so quiet. So which one of these, and what questions would you have on the i4 edrive40 and the i5 edrive40 and the i5 M60? Thank you for watching. Until next time.